9.5 FM.
This is Freedom Global News.
Federal government says Nigerian diplomatic missions reeling under heavy debt. President Muhammadu Buhari states Nigerians suffering climate change effects. Kano State Governor Abdullahi Ganduje launches book titled Deputizing and Governance in Nigeria. And on the foreign scene, Ethiopia peace talk starts in South Africa. You're listening to Freedom 9.5 FM. I am Zahra Zannah. Today is the 25th of October 2022, and now the news in full. The federal government has inaugurated the Presidential Committee on the Review of Numbers and Strategy for Resourcing Nigeria's diplomatic missions worldwide. Among many things, the committee has a responsibility to drastically reduce cost of running Nigeria's foreign missions and document all assets of Nigeria's foreign missions. At the inauguration in Abuja today, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, said Nigeria's diplomatic missions overseas are faced with multifaceted challenges, including perennial indebtedness, which pose attendant damage to our nation's integrity. Mustafa said the establishment and deliberate composition of this presidential committee will enable President Muhammadu Buhari to tackle the root cause of the critical state of affairs of diplomatic missions in particular, and its impact on the image of Nigeria on the international arena in general. The timeline for the activities of this committee is 3 months. President Muhammadu Buhari today said Nigeria was already experiencing the negative fallout of climate change seen in the flooding, desert enroachment, and drought experienced in various parts of the country. According to a statement signed by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, Buhari said this at an audience he granted the former United Nations Secretary General, Ban Ki-moon, on the sidelines of the first World Bio Summit 2022 in Seoul, South Korea. The statement is titled Nigeria Facing Climate Change Challenges, President Buhari declares during meeting with Ban Ki-moon in Seoul. During the conversation, Buhari expressed delight with the existing cooperation between Nigeria and the Republic of Korea, especially in energy supply, citing gas exports to the Asian country. He also described education as a critical investment in addressing unemployment and underdevelopment, calling for a closer focus on health challenges. The Standard Organization of Nigeria's SON has flagged off national calibration services in Kano State with the theme Delivering Calibration Services to Your Doorstep. The Director General of the agency, Malam Farouk A. Salim, made the inauguration at the premises of Gerawa Rice Mills today. Speaking to reporters at the Kano Regional Office situated at the Sheikh Khalifa Ishaq Rabiu Housing Estate, the DG said that the rationale behind the exercise is to improve the manufacturing value chain nationwide.
In the organization, and we are going to place those calibration trucks in the 3 geographical areas of the country for now, and then in next year we are going to double that, make it a total of 6 calibration trucks, and 2 more high-ups. We're here in Kano to be assistants, partners to the industry, to make sure that our teaming population are employed, to make sure that we contribute to making sure there is security in this country.
On their part, some of the manufacturers in the state commended the determination of the SON, saying that the exercise comes at the right time due to its importance to their business.
Yes, we are measured under Minister of Commerce and Industries. They come every 4 or 3 months to calibrate all the scales. For the first time, it is to come to our notice that the standard organization is actually the main organization that is supposed to calibrate our average.
The first beneficiaries of this whole activity will get our machines calibrated, and this time around, we're going to be very sure that it is going to be calibration that is going to take place, not that somebody will come in and just give you paper without even seeing what the machine is doing. That is very dangerous for the industry, like I said.
Correspondent Awal Hassan Fagir reports that in his speech, the director of metrology at the agency, Engineer Bedi Obayi, said importance of calibration include enhancing consumer protection, boost exports, and consumer confidence on goods, among others. On sports, the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports Development has relisted Paralympic sports in the National Sports Festival, scheduled to hold in Delta State from November 28 to December 10. Mohammed Saniba has details of this and other sports updates.
The National Council on Sports had on September 19 agreed to remove para-sport from the 21st National Sport Festival. But in a statement signed by the Ministry Director of Press and Public Relations, Mohamed Manga, the ministry had decided to release the para-sport after consulting with the stakeholders. In another update, five-time African Player of the Year Azizat Oshola feel the Super Eagles of Nigeria have a big chance of qualifying for the next round of the 2023 Women's World Cup. The Falcons are drawn against co-host Australia, Olympic champions Canada, and debutant Republic of Ireland in Group B. Meanwhile, a former chairman of the Gombe State Football Association, Alhaji Ahmed Shuaibu Gara, has been appointed as external consultant to the Embassy of the Royal Kingdom of Morocco in Abuja. According to a letter dated October 12, the appointment, which takes immediate effect and essentially seeks to strengthen the relations between Nigeria and Morocco, will see the vastly exposed and influential Gombe working closely with Embassy of Commerce, Education, Sports, Tourism and Culture. The letter stated that he would also assist the embassy in the organization of special events in Nigeria, considering his vast network in the country's government, business and corporate sectors, among others. And on tennis, world number one Carlos Alcaraz came back from a set down to defeat Britain's Jack Draper in the opening round at the Swiss Indoors in Basel. The 19-year-old Spaniard won 3-6, 6-2, 7-5, 7-5 in his first meeting with British number 3 Draper, age 20. He will play Dutchman Botic van der Sea Danshub or Francis Adrien Manarino next. Muhammad Sanuba, Freedom Radio.
Urban News is coming to you from Freedom Radio 99.5 FM. You can send your comments, opinions, and watch us live on Freedom Radio Nigeria on Facebook.com. You can get the link to the page on our website, freedomradionig.com, or call us through this number, 0824 44163. Welcome back. You're still listening to Freedom Global News on 99.5. Kano State Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje said he has enjoyed good working relationship with former Governor of Kano State, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, when he was his deputy. Governor Ganduje disclosed this today during the book launch of his book, Deputizing and Governance in Nigeria, held in Abuja. He said the rationale behind writing the book is to share his first-hand experience in his political journey and also to highlight the challenges of the relationships between principal and their predecessors at all state, local, and national levels.
One of the defining moments of my life in public service. Principal of two-term deputy governor, presently serving my second and last term in office. My decision to embark on this imperative and auspicious project is to share my first-hand experience in this thought-provoking, fascinating, and worthwhile political journey.
While delivering a speech, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, described Governor Ganduje as an experienced politician that other politicians need to learn from his experience.
Being political election is important because political office is about the life of millions of people, not just about the prestige. Yes, it's very high but a more point description is that of the relationship between
While reviewing the book, former INEC National Chairman, who is also a lecturer at Bayero University at Tahir Jega, said the book focused on the relationship between governors and their deputies, presidents and vice presidents, chairman and vice chairman, among others.
The nature of the relationship between the elected executive and his deputy, and how it impacts upon the Nigerian political and democratic processes and its consequences are Chapter 10, titled The Vice President, the Deputy. Chapter 15, titled Deputizing a Personal Experience. Chapter 11, titled Legal Implications of Deputizing the Nigerian Experience.
Correspondent Zahra Zannah reports that the event was chaired by former Nigerian President Goodluck Jonathan, who narrates his own experience in governance as deputy governor. Eclampsia remains widespread in Nigeria, over 100,000 of cases in a year. Eclampsia is a condition in which one or more convulsions occur in a pregnant woman suffering from high blood pressure, often followed by coma and posing a threat to the health of mother and baby. Correspondent Bara'atu Idris Galkwa takes a look at the severity of the issue and files in this report.
Eclampsia can follow a condition of high blood pressure and excess protein in the urine during pregnancy preeclampsia. Eclampsia is a severe condition of preeclampsia. It is a rare but serious condition. High blood pressure results in seizure during pregnancy. According to medical experts, eclampsia is a condition that only occurs during pregnancy and causes seizure usually late in the pregnancy, and it is a rare condition. Freedom Radio interviews some women who experience eclampsia during their pregnancy.
I was hypertensive during the period of my pregnancy, so it's due to lack of experience, and then it was my first child, and then my neighbor told me that it's very difficult to give birth, and all sorts of thoughts were running in my head, so I was always thinking and thinking.
I was hypertensive during the period of my pregnancy, and it's happened due to the lack of experience.
Dr. Kawu Magashi, a gynecologist at Amini Kano Teaching Hospital, highlights the major risk factors that can link to eclampsia.
But there are risk factors. Those things that will dispose a woman or a pregnant woman who have severe preeclampsia and eclampsia. And these are what we call nulliparity. That is, those women that are entering pregnancy for the first time, what we call primigravida in our own language. And those that have delivered so many times, that's what we call multiparity, that have been pregnant for so many times. And also, those that have reached the age of 35 years and above, because at this age, most women are at risk of having hypertension.
Dr. Magashi highlights preventive measures.
The main preventive measure is to have a good antenatal care. Because during antenatal, if that antenatal is a good antenatal care, during antenatal, we are expecting a woman to have blood pressure measured, and if she has hypertension, she will be taken care of. That means the hypertension will be managed appropriately so that it will not reach that severe state that will now lead to that end organ damage, which we said may lead to convulsion. That is what is called eclampsia.
According to medical experts, women should have good antenatal care during their pregnancy to avoid high risk levels. It is Freedom Radio.
And on the foreign scene, the South African government says delegates of the Ethiopian government and rival Tigray forces have started peace talks in Pretoria, South Africa, marking the first formal meeting between the two warring sides after nearly 2 years of bloody conflict. Adam Kiawa reports.
Spokesman for President Cyril Ramaphosa, Vincent Magwenya, told reporters today that the peace talks, which have been convened to find a peaceful and sustainable solution to the devastating conflict in the Tigray region, started today, the 25th of October, and will end on the 30th of October. Magwenya said South Africa is ready to serve as a host and provide assistance for the peace talks, adding that the country hoped the talks would lead to lasting peace for the people of Ethiopia. The talks are being mediated by an African Union team led by Nigeria's former President Olusegun Obasanjo, supported by Kenya's former leader Uhuru Kenyatta and South Africa's ex-Vice President Mzile Mlambo Nchuka. The conflict began in November 2020 when Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed sent troops into Tigray after accusing the region's ruling Tigray People's Liberation Front (TPLF) of attacking federal army camps. Since then, the conflict has killed thousands, displaced millions, and left hundreds of thousands on the brink of famine. Meanwhile, Britain's new Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, today pledged to fix the mistakes made by the Truss government and restore the country's economic stability. He, however, warned that there would be difficult decisions to come, adding that right now the country is facing a profound economic crisis. Sunak, in his first address to the nation outside 10 Downing Street, said he officially became the Prime Minister moments ago after King Charles III met him at Buckingham Palace and invited him to form a government. Hawa Adam Kiawa, Freedom Radio.
And with that, we've come to the end of today's Global News. On behalf of the entire production team and I, Zahra Zannah, thank you for listening.